Hello learners, welcome back to another session of learning. Today, we will be talking about the principles of effective speech delivery. Hold on, that may sound boring, but I assure you, you will learn a lot from this video. In the past lessons, we talked about the principles of effective speech writing, which includes word choice, grammar and punctuation rules, among others. But of course, a written speech is intended to be spoken. And there are many types of speeches. But what do we really need to keep in mind when we deliver a speech? Here are tips for you. Number 1, use conversational style. What does being conversational mean? It's what we do every day when we talk to people. It's our natural tone and intonation. Audience do not like the speaker to sound unnatural or exaggerated. Here's one tip for you to develop a conversational style in your speeches.
Internalize your content. Once you have your notes, read it aloud, practice it aloud over the span of several days. Really understand what it is that you want to say. There's a common misconception that rehearsal leads to a rigid and formal delivery. But in fact, the opposite is true. A true conversational style is the result of knowing your content so well that you can play around with it a bit. It may come out a little bit differently, and that's okay because the main points are coming through.
You can watch the entire video if you want to know more tips to develop a conversational style in your speeches. Link will be posted on the description. Number 2, rapport with audience. Rapport is our ability to connect or relate with other people even if we don't know them. When you say hi to a stranger, that is a rapport. When you smile at an acquaintance, that is also a rapport. In public speaking, rapport is your ability to look at the audience so that they will feel that they are part of your speech. It is also about knowing how your speech relates to your audience, which is why it is advisable to pause and emphasize words, phrases, and sentences as if you know these are important pieces of information to them. Number 3, modulation. Remember to adjust your volume to the size of audience or venue. Modulate your voice, but do not shout or yell. Vary your speed or rate to avoid monotone pattern. This will also avoid boredom. Number 4, articulation. Pronounce and enunciate words correctly. Utilize your speech tools such as your lips, teeth, tongue, and others in order to say the words clearly. It is okay to have a Filipino accent as long as the message is still understandable. But one common mistake we commit is speaking too fast that some syllables are omitted, making the words unclear. Number 5, stage presence. In public speaking, standing straight may sound easy, but others find it difficult to do. There are people who have mannerisms such as bouncing and swaying back and forth, probably because they do not feel comfortable or confident when on stage in front of other people. These are some things that you need to avoid when delivering a speech. Stage presence is your ability to appear confident, even if deep inside you're really nervous. Number 6, gestures and body movements. A powerful speech comes with great gestures and body movements. But do not just move your arms for the sake of making gestures. Move your arms with purpose. Avoid distracting mannerisms such as leaning on the podium, biting your lips, playing with your wristwatch, scratching parts of your body, and many more. Next is facial expressions. Avoid having a poker face or a highly animated one. Just smile unless you are talking about a sad subject. Your expressions must match with what your message conveys. Lastly, and probably the easiest way to accomplish, is dressing properly. Be careful that you do not overdress or underdress. Just make it fit to the occasion or purpose. But be sure that you are comfortable with what you are wearing. Looking presentable gives you more confidence and credibility to your audience. Now breathe in and breathe out. Most importantly, have fun. Keep these tips in mind when you deliver your speech, and you will do great. Now it's time for us to use these principles of effective speech delivery by delivering an actual manuscript speech. I want you to deliver the manuscript speech about the effect of coronavirus in education, applying the principles of effective speech delivery. You will be graded using the following rubrics.